What is up, everybody? I am the Rustin Angel. I'm back here with a bit of a channel update. While I'm explaining all the stuff, I'm going to let you watch just some gameplay of me testing out my new Siren build, which I still don't have a name for. It's one of my very few successful builds. Yeah, speaking of builds, that's what we're going to start with. As those of you on the GameFAQs forums know, recently. Here, let me start with explaining where this all started. My last build video, my tank buster build, or no, it was my face melter build. Sorry. I mentioned at the end that I hadn't had any new ideas for videos, specifically build videos. I keep saying a lot. Whoops. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that later that night, I just sat down, staring at a Borderlands 2 skill calculator, and I just whatever came to my mind, I just sat there and tested. I came up with plenty builds, most of which are failed so far. One of which is, it has potential, but I am not a fan. Like, it makes me rage so hard. And there's one that you're watching right now that is pretty good. I do die a couple times, but I just did this for a channel update. I wasn't really, focused on, on trying to stay alive for the thing for the video. I'm reading that. Anyway, one of my friends sent me a message. There have been two successes so far, this build, and a my mech build. I've come up with a new mech build, and I still have 3 more to test. Yes. A little bit of a spoiler, this new build is going to focus on the strength of Deathtrap. I know I did a build, my Fist of Anarchy, which now is nearing 300 views. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate that. But we'll get to the channel stuff later. The Fist of Anarchy, that focused on Deathtrap's melee ability while you still being strong individually. Well, this build is going to focus on Deathtrap's overall ability to survive. I heavily spec'd into making him more powerful. And, you still survive on your own pretty good. I had to adjust a couple times just because of certain skills that I added. I had to take a couple skills out and add in a couple different skills just to, whether it's to make Deathtrap last longer or to make you be able to survive. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I will say that of the other 3 builds I have to test, one is just a shotgun build. We'll see how that works. One is an all-around elemental build, and I don't know what the last one does. I know what you guys are thinking. You made the build, how can you not know? I stared at the mech calculator, and whatever I felt like, I just let my mind flow through and put skills down. I definitely, X-Liner, I still have blood-soaked shields, so, because I really can't survive without blood-soaked shields. But yeah, I really can't say much about it because I honestly have no idea what enemies it'll be good to fight and what weapons will be good to use with it. So, it's a mystery to you just as it is to me, so. But I can't wait to see what it's like when we get there. I still have yet to test the Krieg build, and I believe, besides the mech builds, that will be the last one. Those of you who have suggested builds to me, one of them so far looked good. A Gauge sniper build. I'm not that great with snipers, specifically quick scoping. But we'll see. Oh, hey, loot litter. We'll see when I get there. We'll see what happens. And I'm never going to make a Sal build. Those of you who have seen my first ever Borderlands 2 video, which was an easy method to beat Hyperius without Zero, like with the Zerker, you know that me making my own Gunzerker build is not a good idea. Alright, let's see what we got in here. It was pretty bad. And, then I figured out, then Baru did his build thing, Admiral Baru. I'll put a link in the description to his build. I used it, and it does wonders. It is a complete and total tank. And so I'm never going to really change it. I tried again when I was making all those new skills, and just looking at the skill tree, it was a disaster. So I'm not going to go through that again. But you guys will still be delivered good builds. So that much I can say. Now, let's move on the channel. Recently, I just checked, we've gotten over 2,000 views. Oh my god. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. It means a lot to me. It really, really does. I remember, like, a week ago, we were at, like, 1,920 views. And now we're at 2015. I have 31 subscribers. One of my videos is nearing 300 views. I know that with, like, PewDiePie and Markiplier and all of them, they get millions of views per video. And they have tens of millions of subscribers. But to see that I made it this far, because of you guys, it's the greatest feeling in the world. And I still on occasion get people asking for more, even from the Bandit Slaughter vid, Krieg versus the Slaughter rounds. Somebody posted on that, upload more. And that made me feel so happy that there's still people out there who enjoy the videos that other people don't enjoy. They still want to see more. And that makes me happy, because it makes me feel like I am actually doing something right. I have fun with this. I really do. And to know that other people get entertainment from what I do, even if it isn't that good, even if it isn't that helpful, people still sit down and enjoy it. That makes me feel good, so thank you, everybody. There's not really much else to say. I mean, I do gotta fill in the rest of this video with about 17 more minutes worth of talking, so I'll see what I can think up. I did get my first Wanderlust pistol. I mean, it was OP7. I've heard that it's not good. I've yet to even try it. I can't imagine I will at any point. Maybe if I get an OP8 slag version, I'll give it to the mech or something, just as something to slag with. But we will. We'll see about that. And by the way, I have continued doing Bandit Slaughter videos in True Vault Hunter mode. With my Krieg, I've beaten the Creature Slaughter and Bandit Slaughter rounds. That's really about it. I'm planning on doing the Hyperion Slaughter with my Zerker. Still trying to gather up, a plan for the build. I mean, for what I'm going to add in the loadout. I'm definitely going to have a Grog and a Corrosive Infinity. I'm probably just going to put a Deepa in there. Yeah. I'm not going to add the Norfleet because I don't really need the Norfleet to survive. That's what that Herald's going to be for, with the frickin' money shot and a Herald. That thing's going to just wreck face. Going to add in a Sham, Chaotic Evil Monk, Magic Missile, and probably Corrosive Damage. Again, still trying to figure all that stuff out, but yeah. Oh, also, thank you to my Uncle Joe, who was in the band Dealer. Yeah, everybody give him a round of applause. Shut up, cat. Shut up, cat. My sister is staying here, and she put her annoying cat in here. Her name's Athena, and she doesn't know when to shut up. Yeah, meow your face, too. Shut up. Okay, yeah. Thank you to my Uncle Joe. He has sent in the mail some download cards for new Dealer download stuff. So now I can have all the albums on, so I can add more than the Burning Horizon. The sound quality will be better with that. So everything will be a lot better in my videos. So yes, I would like to thank him very much. By the way, that Kickstarter that's happening for Dealer is September 31st. So, I would really appreciate it if you guys went in there and showed a little love, since he showed me a little love. And I'm showing you a little love. I think that makes sense. Just, anyway, if you want to contribute, you go to the website. I'll put it in the link in the description, so you guys can go check that out yourself. Or if you don't want to, fine, that's your thing. But I would really appreciate it if you guys went and did something. Speaking of songs, this is to YouTube. I have permission from 2 members of the band, both of which who I am related to, that I have permission to use that song. They were both fine with it. And one of them is continuously contacting me, offering, don't you jump on, oh, cat just jumped on my Xbox. Not okay. Not okay. Anyway, I have permission from 2 members of the band to use the Dealer songs. And it also helps benefit them by, introducing them to the gaming community, which happens to be, at this point, probably the biggest thing of our time. It's the gaming era at this point. And this could really help them. So we're benefiting off of each other, YouTube. I have permission. So stop telling me that there's more matched third-party content, which you put on my video twice. Both times of which I filed a dispute against. Because I have permission from the band themselves. I have permission, so stop saying that I don't. I'm really starting to get mad about this. I gave you their contact information. I gave you the link to the website, the link to their Facebook page, and both of their email addresses. Their Gmail. So it should be even easier for you to contact them. Okay? I'm making this easy. I told you what reasons I have for using it, and I gave you links and Gmail addresses so you can go see for yourself. God, this could almost be a rant video. Alright. Let's calm down. Anyway, back to addressing some of the comments I did on having to, like when I posted on GameFAQs forums that I finally made the new builds. I basically told them that I finally made some new builds, so I'll be able to make videos on it, and they all pretty much they all recommended builds instead of, saying, oh, okay, I can't wait to see it, or something like that. One person actually did. Oh my god, I cannot even tell you how much I don't care about UFC, so commercial, get the hell away. Gee, no, don't open a new tab. My freaking laptop. Anyway, what I said, here's what I said in my comment, responding to all that. It says, and I quote, "Oh, and I wasn't looking for advice on what builds to do." Really quickly, this is me saying this. I said this. "Oh, and I wasn't looking for advice on what builds to do. I was just telling you guys I do, after all, make videos on any build I make. Anyone that is decent anyway. To Warsteel. I might try that, but Gage isn't very accurate when she's high on Anarchy, and I already have something similar to the Zero build you requested." He recommended that I do that Sniper Gage build, so Warsteel, thank you, I might try that. I'll definitely test it before I record it. And the Vladoff build, I do have something like that. Modern Afterkills, what was the name of it? Forever Alone pistol build. I'll put a link to that in the description too. So there's that. And anyway, continuing on this, Genesis 42. I'm never going to try to make a build for Sal ever again. This is the guy that requested that. No offense, but I suck at it. If any of you have seen my first Borderlands 2 vid, you know. I tried to make a new Sal build when I was thinking of all these new builds, but it was a train wreck when I looked at it. I didn't need to test it to know it would suck. I'm sticking to my current build, Admiral Baru's OP8 Zerker build. Again, I'll put a link to that in the description. Ardor Masor is the guy's username. I know, right? I'm pretty excited to see my mech build worth making. If my mech build were worth making. Mech builds. I meant to put builds. I need to edit that and put an S after it. Do not jump on my laptop, cat. I do not like that. Putting it up so you can't jump on. Worth making, seeing as how all but one of the builds I posted were not only mech builds, but were glass cannons, like my Axton build. One of the new builds is still a mystery to me, though. I know what you were thinking. You made the build, so how do you not know what it does? I did make the build, but I just let my mind flow onto the Borderlands 2 skill calculator. I don't know who it will be good against, shut up, cat, or what weapons to use, but this makes me all the more excited. To anyone, just, if anybody wants to read this. One of the Axton builds I tried, that failed, was a Shotty build, and then I put the link right there. And this message is also to you guys out there. I'll say this to you too. I'll put the link down to the build in the description, and if you can alter it and make it good, if you want to send that to me, I'll put it up on YouTube, and I will send a shout out to you. It'll still be your build. Anyway, continuing on what I posted, if you can take this build and make it doable with shotties, I will give you a shout out in the build vid. Not much, but all I can offer. It will still be your build, of course. So I just wanted to say that. Wanted to say that to everybody, because everybody was like, do this build, and one person was like, oh, I can't wait to see it. So yeah. Not much else. I know what to say. I have a video I'm planning on doing commentary on with my little brothers. After all, I did make the vid with them. The Vild bid. Anyways, so there's that. It's Black Ops 1 Zombies. I know it's Call of Duty. But, I figured it'd be nice to let them have some kind of thing in my YouTube thing. Inclusion. So, yes. There's not much else to say. I mean, I'll still keep talking. But... Oh, yeah. I was actually meaning to mention this. I'm looking for 3 people. When I get Google Fiber, I'm planning on doing stream. What we're going to do is we're going to start a new playthrough, if you'd be willing to do this. I want to see how all 4 of the elemental mech builds would do with each other. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't have a name for what it's going to be. But what we're going to do is I need 3 other people with mechs, and we're all going to take one of my mech builds one of my elemental mech builds, and we're going to just go through the game, doing that. Of course, we will need to stop at some point. We'll need to stop the stream at some point. We can't just go through the whole thing. When we do, we'll pick it up from somewhere. But anyway, that's also what I wanted to talk about. Streaming. I do not like streaming with this internet. I tried maybe 2 months ago, and it didn't really work out that well. I don't remember if it was actually 2 months ago. But it's more of a slideshow, as a couple of you mentioned. So I'm going to try to wait till when I get Google Fiber. If that, I hope it'll help. If not, well, gosh, friggin' dang it. But I'm hoping it will. Otherwise, I probably just need to get a gaming PC and join the PC master race. Also, speaking of streaming, well, when I got onto the thought of it, I got onto the thought of doing The Hunt, which I'd never finished. I'm planning on doing a couple new series on YouTube. One is me going to go through and farm every legendary until I get it. I know I did something like that, like Loot Hunt. And I never really went past the first episode. But some of the weapons are just exhausting to farm for. But I'm going to try and go through and do every single one of them. Even Vermivorous and all of them. What I'm going to do is when I get the legendary, when I actually get it, I'm going to find it. And I'm going to tell you what it does, who it's good to use against, and just stuff like that. I'm going to go through, find every single one. So yes. Also, I was thinking about doing this whole debate thing, where I took two things from fantasy, video games, lore, movies and all that, and pit them against each other. For example, Balverines versus Deathclaws. Which one is more deadly? I'm planning on doing that. It's like a debate. I'll try to get other people in here. We'll have debate. Maybe I'll bring on Ravager, who does not go by Ravager anymore. And get my friend Tyler back in here, Nate, Rick, Trey, if he'll talk to me ever again. Because I don't know what's going on with him. He just won't talk to me. Anyways. I'll try to get people in here and we'll have a whole debate. Hopefully they'll be knowledgeable of the stuff beforehand. I'm doing something right now.
Hey, guess no pizza for you.
I'll go down and get pizza in a little bit. I have 2 minutes of commentary left on this. See, that's what... I'm not going to restart this. I know that somebody was rudely interrupting. But, I'm too far into this. I'm not going over and restarting a 25-minute vid so I can redo commentary on it. Not gonna happen. It's happened too much. I still have plenty of other videos waiting to upload. As it is, I don't even have a channel trailer. So I need to get on that too. By the way, if there's anybody out there who wants to be a part of my videos, when I'm making a build video to co-test it, or just something like a playthrough, or to even help me with one of my new series, feel free. I'll put some stuff down there at the bottom, in the description. And, Loot Midget. I haven't been watching the whole time, so I don't... Oh! Yes! What a find. Cat, shut the hell up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Friggin' annoying cat. I believe I covered everything. If I don't, I'll probably just cover it in another video. If I have to make a channel update, I will. Or maybe I'll just put it in the link of the description. Well, link of the description. I've been saying that too much. I'll put it down in the description. And yeah. But I believe I've gone over everything. What? It just went through the map. Okay. Anyways, I thank you all for coming in and listening to this. Here's a little thing. If you paid attention to this whole vid, put fish down the link in the description. Nobody will know what it is, but it'll be interesting. I believe I covered everything. If not, I'll put it, in the description. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.